Hey, what's going on, guys? So today I want to do my week 1 predictions for the college football season. I'm going to do these weekly. Also, I'll be doing my top 25 rankings weekly. So obviously I already did my way too early college football top 25, and it's pretty much staying the same going into week 1. I don't think there's been any announcements or injuries, anything like that have been significant enough for me to change my top 25. So go ahead and start with the Thursday games. Also, I'm going to be picking the top 20 games of each week to predict. If there's more than 20, I guess I can maybe go past that. But anyway, first game is North Carolina versus South Carolina. So I've got North Carolina in that. Oklahoma State versus Central Michigan. I've got Oklahoma State. Michigan versus Utah. I've got Utah. TCU Minnesota. I've got TCU. Duke Tulane. I've got Duke. UTSA versus Arizona, I've got Arizona. Michigan State versus Central Michigan, I've got Michigan State. Washington versus Boise State, I've got Boise State. Louisiana, Monroe, and Georgia, I've got Georgia. Stanford and Northwestern, I've got Stanford. UTEP versus Arkansas, I've got Arkansas. Louisville and Auburn, I've got Auburn. BYU and Nebraska, I've got Nebraska. Virginia and UCLA, I've got UCLA. Bowling Green and Tennessee, I've got Tennessee. Akron versus OU, I've got OU. Arizona State versus Texas A&M, I've got Arizona State. Texas and Notre Dame, I've got Notre Dame. Wisconsin and Alabama, I've got Alabama. And then Ohio State and Virginia Tech, I've got Ohio State. So basically every week I'll go into depth on what I think my upset of the week will be. So really no big upsets this week. I don't think there's that many big enough close games or underrated teams that are going to upset any of the top 25 teams. I guess if I had to pick one, I'd say it'd be North Carolina beating South Carolina. So South Carolina I believe they've won the last 2 years. I'd have to go back and check on that. But North Carolina hasn't beaten South Carolina in quite a while, and normally just North Carolina's overmatched talent-wise. North Carolina comes into this year with not very many expectations, maybe a 7-8 win season. Maybe a win in a bowl game is about as high as anyone has them. I think that North Carolina could actually break out in a big way this year. When I say big way, I mean like a 9-win season. This year they don't have that much pressure going into the year. There's not that much expectations. Last year they went into the season kind of as the sleeping giant in the ACC, and really didn't even come close to meeting that expectation. Marquise Williams was supposed to have a huge year. Ryan Switzer was supposed to be the most electrifying, or one of the most electrifying returners and wide receivers in the ACC, if not even the country. Switzer had a decent year. Marquise Williams had an up and down year. But Williams did find a lot of consistency at the end of the year, and I think that'll carry over into 2015. He's one of the biggest he's one of the best dual-threat quarterbacks in all of college football. I think he can outmatch most of the ACC defenses that they'll play this year. And in this game specifically, I think that South Carolina's they got a lot of new players they got to work in. They lose Dylan Thompson, which was their starting quarterback last year. I believe he will be replaced by Connor Mitch. Now, they do have Pharaoh Cooper returning, which will help Connor Mitch in the transition, but they also do lose Mike Davis at running back, which is a huge loss. He was pretty much the heart and soul of their offense last year. Defense had a ton of holes last year. Secondary really couldn't keep up with anyone they got. That was kind of shown in the opener against Texas A&M. South Carolina went into last season with pretty big expectations. I'm pretty sure they were like a preseason number 8 or something like that. So yeah, that's my upset of the week. I think that even though the spread is only South Carolina by 2, I think that North Carolina will beat that spread by a decent amount. I think it'll be a 7 or 10 point win. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my week 1 predictions. When I come back with my week 2, I'll kind of recap all the predictions I made, see the record I had. Hopefully this week it's a pretty good record because most of these games have a pretty clear winner, pretty clear favorite. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Also, I'm going to record myself doing college football pick'em each week. So even if you don't watch even if you don't watch the picks all the way through, I will put all my picks in the description below. So if you just want to skim them over, just look at them. Don't have to go through the entire video. but you also get to see me pick all the games against the spread, not just pick the winners. I'll do also my value bets each week if I can find enough of them. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So hopefully this week goes well. Excited for college football to be back. And yeah, that's pretty much it. See ya.